is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Protein spill. Fight.
Now Archer off the play fake. Open man, he's got him. The tight end Hawkinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Archer. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Archer now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Second and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And a nice pickup there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Hey, Sam off. Go on. No. He's crashed. Ready?
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Oh, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Let's go, Reggie. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Watson off play action. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Eluding the pressure right. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Here's Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 54 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but really make the right decisions. And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Here's Archer operating from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. There's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
36, hard. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Hit it.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 16-yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop. Hey, Charlie. Say. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shoot.
Archer looking to throw on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go.
Back to throw is Archer. From the gun, he'll throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the safety creep. Recon, 132 fighter. Lucky.
From the gun, Archer. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on him all game long.
Now he'll escape to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
Now Archer operating from the gun. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Archer now. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Exit. Bang, 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 bang. Shoot.
Here's Archer. Back to the air on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
All day. 49. Hey. Watch twist.
Archer, off play action. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete to Fuller.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To the air yet again, Watson. Now he's flushed out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And an alley to run. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the draw, here's Johnson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 57.
Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything downfield.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, high 7. Check right. Watching the guy. Pick me up. Shoot.
Second and 5. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Archer looking left side, and he's got a man. That's King. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check 52. Watch the edge. X3. 2
Back to throw is Archer. Operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Hey, wahoo! Safety's creeping.
Looking to throw. Archer. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Ready?
Now Archer from the gun. He'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Throwing again is Watson. And I think the ball's out. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Eluding the pressure right. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Archer now on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Archer. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Look at me. Door. Squeeze. Get it.
Archer operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on second down. Watson. He's got Fuller. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Check, check, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. 57.
On first down, Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
At the Lions' 26-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. On 3rd down, Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did into my Tennessee Volunteers, and I was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's the party now. Check 43. Hey.
Now a carry for Bernard.
Check.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch. Check it back. Rock it. Patch it. Check 13. Hit it.
Back to throw is Archer. Off the play fake. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. J.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Go. Five. Two.
Back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Leo.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. And adding on to their lead, the Jaguars have scored again. A win would be their second on the young season.
Check 45 to Mike. Check. Hey, Haywood. Strip that ball.
He'll look to throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Lions, first down.
Ready?
First
8,
and 10
read.
at the 24-yard line.
Now watch one. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Tighten up.
Back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Now second and 6 at the Texans' 20-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Check. Crunch. Hard. You're out. Deuce. You draw quarters. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, lock it. Let me know. General West. Check there. Check 31. Jim. Go.
Here's Bernard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie. 45, Mike, 45. Hey, check. Check it out, read. Shift. Alert flare. Look at me. Go. Check 99. Look. Squeeze. Grip.
On 4th down, Archer. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice?